If you're looking for a heavy-duty bike lock system, you've probably come across the Trimax THEX5060 Chain combo set. It promises top-notch security with its 5-foot, 11 thick chain and the Max 60 disc U-lock. Sounds unbeatable, right? But here's what surprised me. Not all that glitters is gold when it comes to this lock. Stick around because today, I'm diving deep into why the Trimax THEX5060 might not be the rugged guardian you think it is, and what that means if you're trying to protect your ride from thieves. First off, if you're a daily commuter, a casual rider, or even someone who just wants to keep your bike safe in a high-risk area, this lock system sounds like the perfect match. It's marketed as a world-leading lock from a top-notch manufacturer known for innovative designs, and with a 4.5-star rating on Amazon, it's clearly got fans. But don't let that fool you. I found some hidden issues when you really get hands-on, and that's what every potential buyer should know before pulling the trigger. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, here's a quick promise. Stick with me through this review, and you'll know exactly if the THEX5060 is worth your money or better left on the shelf. Plus, I'll share a few unexpected insights that even some of the customer reviews don't mention. So keep watching because the truth about this lock might just shock you. Let's start with the design and build quality. The Trimax THEX5060 combines a thick 11 chain with a disc U-lock, supposedly delivering double protection. It ships in a package measuring about 36.4 cm high by 5.4 cm long and 9 cm wide, weighing in at roughly 4.6 kilograms. That's quite hefty, signaling some serious steel, or so you'd think. However, the chain's origin is China, and while manufacturing there isn't inherently bad, it's a mixed bag when it comes to quality consistency. The chain links feel robust to the touch, but it's the lock mechanism that deserves a deeper look. The Max 60 disc U-lock is meant to deliver the cutting-edge security point, resistant to picks and brute force, but here's the kicker. Several users reported that the lock cylinder can be fiddled with by experienced thieves. And no, it's not just urban legend or paranoia, but actual accounts of the lock being bypassed using standard tools a locksmith might not even need. If your bike is your baby, you might agree that a lock that can be cracked with a screwdriver isn't exactly peace of mind. You might be thinking, well, no lock is 100% theft-proof anyway. True, but when you pay a premium or expect reliability over a cheaper chain from the hardware store, those vulnerabilities stand out like a sore thumb. And here's another twist. The chain's supposed 11 thickness doesn't necessarily mean it's cut-resistant. Some reviewers noted that lightweight bolt cutters can snap through it faster than expected. So all that hefty weight isn't guaranteed protection. But wait, there's more. The combo set looks like a perfect match, working in tandem to secure your bike frame and wheels. It's marketed as an all-in-one solution, taking the guesswork out of what lock works best. Yet, in practical use, the chain's flexibility and length can make it cumbersome to handle, especially when combined with the rigid U-lock. Imagine wrestling with nearly 5 kilograms of locks every time you want to quickly secure your bike. That's like trying to tie a Gordian knot but with chains and metal. Now, who exactly is this product for? If you're a casual rider locking your bike outside a cafe for 10 minutes, the THEX5060 could be overkill, and frankly, a hassle. But if you prefer a more robust system to fend off opportunistic thieves in moderate-risk areas, it sounds promising on paper. However, for those in high-risk environments or urban centers where bike theft runs rampant, relying solely on this lock could be tempting fate. You might want a system that's both practical and elite in security. I'll tell you why the THEX5060 falls somewhere in the middle, and not quite on the winning side. Now, let's talk about durability and weather resistance because a good lock isn't just about beefy metal. It's about standing the test of time outdoors. Some users report rust buildup after months of exposure, despite the manufacturer not making explicit claims about corrosion resistance. If you live somewhere with rain, snow, or salty air, rust could compromise the lock's integrity, making it harder to operate or easier to break. Here's a joke for you. Why did the lock break up with the chain? Because it felt too rusted in the relationship. Okay, maybe locksmith humor isn't my forte, but humor aside, this is a real concern. Another common complaint is the lock's key mechanism. Some owners say the key wears down quickly, making it tough to unlock after a few months. Losing your key could mean either calling a locksmith or, worse, having to cut the lock yourself, defeating the purpose. A lock should give you security, not headaches. And here comes the twist you didn't see coming. Customer reviews are wildly polarized. On Amazon, the product holds a solid 4.5-star rating, largely from buyers who never faced serious theft attempts or harsh conditions. Meanwhile, the more detailed critiques reveal cracks in the armor, pun intended. For instance, casual users praise the weight and feel of security, while bike theft victims expose the vulnerabilities. So, which side to trust? I say always dig deeper because your bike is your asset, not an accessory. You might wonder, are there better alternatives? Absolutely. Brands offering specialized hardened steel chains with anti-pick and anti-drill technology often come at a premium but with proven track records. You get what you pay for, and for a lock, sometimes it's worth investing a bit more upfront. But not all is doom and gloom with the Trimax THEX5060. The package's combo nature offers versatility. The chain secures your frame to immovable objects, while the U-lock focuses on wheels and smaller parts. For some, that's a two-layered defense worth having, kind of like double locking your doors at night even if one lock is a bit dodgy. It's better than nothing. Also, the manufacturer's reputation as a world leader in lock innovation is backing this product. They've poured efforts into design that balances weight and toughness, aiming for a lock that the average rider can carry without turning into a gym session. When handled carefully and combined with good parking habits, it could be a decent deterrent. And here's the biggest takeaway. No lock can guarantee 100% security. The Trimax THEX5060 chain and disc combo offer a solid baseline of protection for most everyday situations. But if your bike's value or your peace of mind is crucial, don't bank on this lock exclusively to keep your ride safe. Instead, consider layering security with alarms, GPS trackers, or high-end locks known for resisting cutting and picking. To wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little story. A friend of mine bought the THEX5060 after reading great reviews and the slick product pitch. For months, they felt their bike was invincible. Then one day, the chain was cut quietly in a public rack. The thief left the U-lock dangling, a tough enough piece to discard easily. The lesson: even decent locks aren't thief-proof. Always assess risks and choose your protection accordingly. So should you buy the Trimax THEX5060 chain combo? If you want a reputable brand, decent strength, and moderate protection without breaking the bank, yes. But if you're hunting for absolute bulletproof security, you might want to explore higher-grade options. The THEX5060 serves well as a secondary defense, a deterrent, and a functional everyday lock, with some compromises. Oh, and before I forget, here's one last joke to lock this review in your memory. Why do thieves love weak bike locks? Because they're always chain-smocking their way through. Alright, bad pun aside, security is serious business. To get the best price on the Trimax THEX5060 chain combo, check the link in the description below. I've made sure it's up to date with the best deals so you don't have to waste time hunting around. Remember, a good lock is an investment in your bike's safety and your peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more honest reviews that help you ride smarter and safer every day. Stay secure out there.